Howdy, everybody. Why did the music stop? God damn it. And first, the tracking doesn't work yesterday. Now the music is left. Now the music was left off from last time. Or last time. Or the last time. Anyway, hi Pio, hi Docs, hi Crones. Hope everyone's having a good day today. I've had a decent day, got a little bit started on homework, and then I played a little bit of Xenoblade because have issues. Look, I'm almost finished with the main story before the Definitive Edition content, and I really wanted to unlock 7th Edge, okay? Dude, it's so fucking funny, like, how much you have to do in order to unlock the quest associated with 7th Edge and Xenoblade X. Because you have to do like 10 different fucking quests before you can even start the mission. It's one of the very few that does that. It makes sense why, given what happens in it, but it's like, Jesus Christ, man. I got very acquainted with the water purification plant, though. Very wholesome area in Xenoblade X. Nothing bad ever happens there. Don't let her shower. Nothing bad ever happens. Don't let her shower. I still cackle a little bit to myself when I know that Docs has looked up what happens. And just knows the truth. I'm washing dishes. They're more powerful than I am. I can't, it takes me ages to wash dishes, and I just hate doing it to the point where I bought a lot of fucking paper plates and stuff. I need to buy more. I need more paper plates. I've been using the bowls that I have instead of the plates. Unfortunately, there is no war in Ba Sing Se. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. There is no showers in Xenoblade X. There are no blue wires. There are no disarming the bombs. What's another thing? What's another thing that can go horribly wrong? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of other fucking things in X where, like, just you can fuck something up massively. Because for the most part, I've done things right. So far. There's another one where you gotta send a guy a certain direction. And if you don't send him the right direction, he fucking dies. What are other ones? There are more. There's more. I think one of them was someone who's getting chased by an indigent, and I just chose not to save him because he was an asshole. Literally, I see the man get... I want to see him get eaten on screen, but really, he gets knocked down on screen. And, like, the eating just needs to be, like, assumed. It is very funny, though. It gave me joy to see him get what he deserved. Because he was a dick. He was a dick. I won't say much more about that particular quest, though. Listen, if someone's a net loss to humanity and that they're actively killing other people that are on the fucking Force of Blade, I don't think it's worth saving them. There's a lot of fucking choices in Xenoblade X, dude, that just have consequences, and that's one of my favorite parts of it. I know some people, like, really hate that. I've seen some people be like, why the fuck does this person die if I choose the wrong option? Your actions have consequences! Congratulations! Welcome to Mira! They are ruining my pest lore? Oh no. Did they, like, release something that, like, fucks up, like, one of the, like, headcanons you had about the character? Or, like, is it just, like, it's straight up just bad lore? Yes, I hate that. Dude, when I was working on Underpuff like years ago, I lived in constant fear of new games and worry that one of them would just straight up like kind of disprove the whole fucking like world I was trying to build. And it was a world built on a very like hamstrung theory, but a theory that I couldn't really, that was like somewhat valid, and to an extent I do kind of believe it still. Well, I lived in fear that one day, oh, my arm is in the way of my face. I lived in fear that one day something would come along and just kill it. That didn't happen though, but Void Termina did kill my Kirby love really fucking hard. Still my favorite franchise. Still 100% my favorite franchise. But by God, it's nowhere what it used to be. Yes, new NPC, damn. You poor thing. I hope you weather the storm as best you can. Alright, we should probably get to the VJ game. It's probably a thing we should do. Let me take a sip on my Dr. Death. I've been buying this shit a lot more lately. At first I thought it was kind of just alright, but honestly, it's more... It's a weaker Dr. Pepper, but it tastes more Dr. Pepper than stuff like Poppy. It's nowhere close to Dr. Zevia, though. Dr. Zevia is still the peak. An NPC by a person who ships them with pests, and I'm... Aww. That's just kind of fucking... Like, is the ship canon, or is it just what the NP... Like, is that just like the creators thing? Or are they a couple in-game? That's the primary question. It's not canon, but still, it could be worse. It could be a lot worse. Pray they restrain themselves. Though though, to be honest, I kind of got my doubts, personally. Just off vibes. That's just the vibe I get. That's just what I feel in my soul, on my soul wearing cat ears. I'm not counting on professionalism in a Roblox game. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking to myself. Like, it's a fucking Roblox game. I'm not anticipating that kind of level of professionalism. Alright. Let me actually do what I said I was going to do and switch this over to game. Whee! There we are. Screen went dim while I was gone. Okay. So if I remember correctly, Doctor just came in and we were about to hear testimony. Yeah. Yeah, I remember now. But I'll forget something else later. Yeah, Dr. Hurt, perhaps we could begin with your side of the story.
Why do we even need to? This is pointless.
I'll be the judge of what's pointless, thank you very much.
We have patients waiting back at the hospital. But Grandma, ouch! We really don't have time for this.
Won't you please help us? I can't stress how important this is.
Grandma says she'll testify. But could you please make it quick? If we're not back soon, people will suffer.
Yet you had no qualms about taking your time and buying cotton candy the last time we saw you. We'll let you go as soon as we can, I promise. Assuming you tell us the truth, that is. I love the double stare. I'm imagining in my head that she just crouches down to get her eyes level with Grandma. That'd be kind of funny. Or that, or get her a step stool.
No way, there's a mistake in Grandma's report. Not never. I've been dealing with the dead longer than you've been alive, Sonny Jim. Me writing something wrong is about as likely as... Ouch! And what the heck do you think I'd stand to gain by doctoring a file, Don't make a lick of sense. And that's all she has to say? Nothing funky here.
See, just as I thought. There's no chance the good doctor to find it.
And you swear by the holy goddess that this testimony is true? Of course! Grandma's never told a lie in her.
Your opinions are not necessary, Nurse Needler. Your grandmother is the subject of this inquiry, not you.
Not necessary? That's not fair! I'm the only ally poor Grandma has. Go ahead and shout objection left and right, but you best be prepared then, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor.
So I'm more than prepared and ready to expose the truth behind the error in the report. I wonder what her hat says. It's E first. I forgot if she's meant on the left side of the screen or not. Alright, I'm more curious about this.
Hold it!
Oh, safety first. The victim appears to have put this raincoat on after sustaining the head injury, but there was not a single drop of her blood in the chest area of the raincoat. Therefore, she must have been hit in the head before she was stabbed in the chest, making it pre-mortem.
Oh, that's... ouch! I don't need you to teach me how to suck eggs, young man. My dang report already says what you just said, don't it?
The report states that the head injury appears to have been sustained post-mortem, which is the exact opposite of what I just said. She's just taking it now, poor girl.
Oh, sure. I diligently dictated that report to Florence here, and she wrote it all down, just like I said it. If something happened to it after that, what nothing to do with me.
You dictated it. You could please tell me more.
I diligently dictated that report to Florence. Anything after that want nothing to do with me.
So, do I present the report? Is that what I do?
Objection!
Okay, yeah, it was. Dr. Hertz, I'd like you to take a look at the report for yourself.
Oh, I'll read it to you. Ouch! This ain't what I said. This ain't what I said at all.
What? What do you mean exactly? Bro, she is not gonna have a foot after this.
I don't know.
She's not gonna have a foot. She's gonna have a fucking... She's gonna have a fucking peg leg after this case.
But I can't say that.
Bro, take a shot every time her fucking foot gets just jammed with that cane. Grandma about to whip out the raging demon.
Miss Needler, you are attempting to bury Dr. Hertz's truth. I will gladly hear a confession myself on behalf of the goddess of justice.
Dr. Hertz seemed to be selling Judge Gamble something in private.
What? I see. Very well. Allow me to relay everyone with what you have just told me. Ain't no doubt about what I just said. I dictated my findings to Florence, just like I told you I did. The fuddle-headed young thing must have wrote it down wrong or something. Wow, that was a great impression.
Yes, but was it really necessary? So in summary, there is an error in the report. It was all because of you, Nurse Needler.
The true facts have now been shown to the head injury that the head hurt before stab. Instead of stab first, head later. Question now, Miss Needler, is why did you introduce such an error?
Just a minute, Verity. It could sound as if the poor girl did it deliberately. Whereas it seems to me she just made a little mistake. Pre-mortem, post-mortem. They're practically the same word, don't you think?
That they mean two completely opposite things. This was deliberate, no doubt about it. You know what else is deliberate? Me having to take a drink of water right now because of some tiny little boy. However, I'm very happy to see that tiny little boy regardless. On the bright side, what could possibly go wrong from me not doing a hydrate redeem during Ace Attorney? Aside from being too dehydrated to think properly. Who knows? I don't test the might of Tiny. Why would she want to change it?
Exactly. Thanks, ouch. You won't get away that easy. Explain yourself, young lady. But Grandma, I...
Submitted a falsified report and act that led Kay to being accused of murder. You owe us an explanation.
I can't tell you.
Don't want to, but can't.
Which really is rather unpleasant, don't you think? Ganging up on this poor, considerate girl who's only been looking after her grandmother. She has nothing to do with anything. She simply made one tiny mistake. So why not leave it there?
You'd like that, wouldn't you? Because the only person her testimony would hurt is you.
What on earth do you mean, my boy? Seeing as you're now a de facto ex-prosecutor, you're gonna need to explain yourself better than that.
I'd be happy to. I'll even spell it out for you. No Sneedler's role in this crime was very important because... No Sneedler doctored the report in order to cover for her accomplice.
Ouch.
So she's a co-conspirator. This innocent young thing. Do share your grounds for making such a wild accusation, dear boy.
Murder couldn't have been committed by one person working on their own. At least two people it wouldn't have been possible to maintain attendee numbers, move the body. Thinking. Dishes are done not because I finished them, but because I'm tired of doing them. Real. Factory report? Apologies. Saving. So I don't get too many bad marks. Alright. Around the time of the murder, the fact that the victim was one of the attendees contradicts a certain person's testimony. Oh, wait. Okay, I forgot that part. My bad. My stupid baka back hurts never said that string of words in his life. Mine's not too comfortable either. Ugh. Doesn't hurt, but it's very uncomfortable. So I'm trying to crack it repeatedly. The auctioneer was the murderer, and the victim was one of the attendees. If that witness testified to there being 11 attendees even after the murder doesn't make sense.
Hey, watch it. Y'all gotta call my good word into question now, too.
That's not what I meant. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I'm taking you at your word, which means there must be a co-conspirator.
I know it's hard, my boy. Sometimes you just have to accept you were wrong.
Objection!
Wasn't wrong, I just hadn't considered the possibility of the killer having an accomplice. As soon as we do, things start to fall into place. Killer's accomplice returned to the auction room in place of the victim. There wouldn't have needed to be... blah, blah, blah. 11 attendees before and after murder. The kill thing. That thing.
Well. So that's your thinking, is it? It's certainly an intriguing theory. But surely the imposter would have been spotted right away.
Don't imagine that Nurse Needler looks strikingly different from the victim in build and stature. With the help of a mask, she could very easily have replaced Miss Ringer without anybody noticing. Well, Nurse Needler, is that what happened? You take the victim's place at the auction.
I want to do something like...
Now tell us, the ringleader. Who were they?
I can't tell you. I just can't. It hurt Grandma, too. Ow! But Grandma... Don't you worry about me. I can take it. You just tell me everything, child. But... Grandma!
I like that one. So I was right. She was an accomplice.
Miss Needler, why? Oh, Miss Needler?
Air explosion attack. Her hair was like a fucking, like, bud that, like, bloomed. I think that was what came to my head.
Oh, Miss Needler, can you explain yourself? Yes. Huh? Oh, thank you, Grandma. But I'm all right now. I confess it. I changed places with Miss Ringer.
Do you admit that you were working with the ringleader? She's released her grandma spores.
Yeah, I was helping them. I don't know how, but they found out Miss Ringer was going to attack them.
Thank you for the head pat, Stocks. Culprit was going to be attacked by the victim.
They seemed pretty sure it was going to happen that night, so they made a counter plan. They wanted to strike first, and they wanted me to help them. I was told to go to the storeroom before the auction began and wait there.
Now hold on right there, Missy. I didn't see nothing. My eyes don't lie. If you'd have been there from before the auction, I would have bumped right into you. I was there the whole way through, and you weren't there for a bit of it.
Well, I'm not lying.
It's easy for you to say. We're lying about altering that report only a few minutes ago.
Objection!
I think we're all well aware of the number of potential hiding places in that storeroom.
Are we? Where exactly are you trying to say our friend the nurse was hiding them?
Miss Needler hid here while she was waiting in the storeroom. She was hiding in Franziska. She was hiding in Gumshoe's jacket. Nah. She was hiding in herself. Seriously, one thing that I do give Justice for All credit for, though I understand why they removed it, was the fact that you could present profiles in Justice for All. But unfortunately, it just wound up adding a lot of evidence, like a lot more options for you that could frequently give decision paralysis. So I understand why they remove it, but sometimes it just kind of reminds me, why the fuck is this here? Besides keeping track of who's in the case. Anyways.
Take that!
She hid inside this clothes box.
Oh, she did she?
Huh. Well, it was there the whole time, even before I nosed in on it. Like I done told you, it had all them chains around it. I had to hide in there myself, really, but it was locked up tight, so I had to go elsewhere.
Actually, that's because Nurse Needler was already lying in there by the time you arrived.
That's right. We didn't want anybody to open it, or we would have really blown our cover. So the ringleader told me to climb in and wait until it was time for my part to put a plan. Do not ask why I didn't give this information earlier. And then they wrapped the whole box up in chains. I think they took the elevator downstairs not long after. It was just before the auction was due to start. So as the auction was beginning...
Oh, you and Miss Hart would have been the only people in the store.
Yeah, I think so.
The auction proceeded as it always did. A certain customer came upstairs to complete her purchase. That was when the incident occurred. Miss Hart overheard the victim and the culprit exchanging words around.
You betcha. I was behind that statue there shaking like a dang leaf the whole time.
In the middle of the quarrel, Miss Ringer was killed by the auctioneer. I imagine that the auctioneer then carried Miss Ringer's body over to the clothes box, which Nurse Needler emerged and swapped places with the victim. After placing Miss Ringer's body inside the box, Nurse Needler's role is to pretend to be Miss Ringer. Two of them then return to the room below as if nothing bad had happened. Does that about sum up what happened in the storeroom, Nurse Needler?
Yes, in fact, that's exactly what happened. Hold up, so you just waltzed right back in on and nobody noticed? This is two completely different people we're talking about. You're telling me not a one of the other folks down there at the auction cotton on?
Why wouldn't they? The other auction goers had no reason to notice there was a difference when Nurse Needler entered because... As we've seen, Miss Ringer and Nurse Needler are about the same build. Yeah, because that explains why she switched to a red raincoat after getting that stolen, I think, maybe. Oh no. I don't know. But I didn't get bonked for this, so we'll see how it goes. Blink slowly. Waj. Well, we're about to find out. I'm apparently right. What's more, the auction rules required attendees to wear their masks at all times. If Nurse Needler were wearing the same clothes as Miss Ringer, nobody would have been any the wiser.
No, and they weren't. I borrowed Miss Ringer's clothes and ouch! And left a poor child in her smalls? Have you no respect, girl? No, Grandma, I thought the same thing. Wouldn't be nice to leave it like that. So when the ringleader wasn't looking, I put that raincoat on her.
That's how Miss Ringer came to be wearing it. Thus, the auction was able to carry on as before.
Guess the part where I caught the red raincoat on film came just after. Yeah, must be. It all makes sense. Right after that was when I went on over and looked downstairs through the gap in the elevator. Spied me 11 happy little auction goers, and back I snuck to my little hidey hole.
Don't tell me you were hiding back there the entire time after.
Excuse you. Well, that is not exactly.
What is it? Something happened.
So maybe I ought to have mentioned this before, but I fell asleep for a few winks after that. Well, passed out. Unconscious, you might say.
What happened?
Oh, nothing much. Kind of silly, really, but, there's a sudden loud noise, and it startled me just a little bit, you know? Alright, maybe more than a little. I just witnessed a murder. Can't blame a girl for getting jumpy. Guess that got my heart shook and my head faint. Before I knew it, I was out like a light. By that time I came to it, it was the next dang day, and there y'all clanking down that ladder.
I see, so you were startled by a loud noise and fell unconscious. Suppose that means you don't know what happened after that.
Not per se, but, well, after the auction was over, all the masks were back on the rack. So I reckon the guests didn't finish up and fell down one by one like they were supposed to.
Nurse Needler, once the auction had restarted, what exactly were you going to do?
I was pretending to be Miss Ringer and placing bids just as the ringleader wanted. I had to win the clothes box as I'd been instructed. Had a dead body inside after all. Imagine if somebody else had won it. We would have been in real trouble then.
So you had no idea that the victim had vacated the box in the meantime?
No, not until we came back up so I could pay for it. That was when we noticed. The ringleader told me to go look for her right away. Except I found some other girl collapsed at the foot of the ladder instead.
Hey.
Yes, she must have fallen from up on the roof and been knocked unconscious. Guess the victim must have left that hatch wide open, huh?
That would explain it. They would have been so shocked by seeing Miss Ringer fall motionless right in front of her. She wouldn't have seen the open hatch and fallen right through it. Explains the noise that caused you to faint as well, Miss Hart. Sound of Kay crash landing onto the storeroom floor.
Yeah, I suppose. Can't believe something like that done knocked me out for so long, though.
I kind of don't like how they're hand-waving. Ah, she saw a dead body, so she fell into the hatch that was blocked by the body and knocked unconscious. Not sure I vibe with that. But hey, after the fucking ceiling fan fiasco, I think I'm not gonna criticize it too harshly. Okay? I'm still mad at that. Literally, I will be in my car thinking about the 5th case of Investigations 1, and I just get angry. I just get angry at some of the fucking bullshit that case fucking put me through. So in summary, by the time Miss Needler found Kay, you were already sound asleep behind the statue. I think we've got a good grasp on what occurred up to this point now, Nurse Needler. You would continue.
Sure, so I found Kay, and next I found Miss Ringer, and I put them both in the clothes box. You couldn't risk any of the auction goers seeing them. That would have caused a real hullabaloo.
Was that your idea, or the ringleaders?
Theirs. But putting the raincoat on Miss Ringer was my own idea. So I tried to get rid of it before they find out what I'd done.
I'd imagine they were none too pleased when it showed up as a surprise piece of evidence in this case.
And lastly, the ringleader and I put her in an auctioneer's outfit we'd prepared.
Horse, which completed the deception, made everyone think she was the auctioneer.
All in all, the auction finished up without anybody noticing anything. And that was that.
Now that we know the extent of your crimes, Nurse Needler, have anything further to share, I'd advise you to do so immediately.
I wish I could tell you more, but I'm sorry. That's all I know. Oh, except for one other thing. It did seem a little strange, I guess. I was borrowing Miss Ringer's clothes. I took everything I could, but I couldn't take her hair, obviously, so ouch!
Not so fast.
I'm imagining that's what fucking Grandma said as she fucking bopped her in the fucking foot again.
It ain't right you couldn't take her hair. What kind of medical professional are you?
That's where you draw the line, so taking her clothes was okay.
Her hair was totally different. The style, the length, everything. I kinda panicked, but the ringleader thought of everything, including wigs. 2 of them, in fact. There was a straight one and a wavy one. They were both stashed in the clothes box.
2 wigs? But why?
Right? I wondered that too. I thought maybe they were worried she might have changed up her style. Anyway, I took the straight one. That was the one that matched her hair on the day.
A wavy wig in the box. And that's everything you know. There's nothing else you're forgetting? Hold on. Let me read this one more time. Uh-huh. You know who does have kinda wavy hair? Kinda wavy. There's nobody else that has wavy hair, right? He kinda has wavy hair. But the color doesn't match.
No, huh? No, really, Grandma. That's everything.
I take it that you really have no idea who the ringleader might be.
Sorry. I only know that they were in charge of the auction. I didn't see them without the mask on. We're pretty careful to keep their identity a secret from everyone.
Ugh. And get something concrete on them.
Well, Miles, are we about done? You've proven the nurse was part of the murder plot, but sadly for you, it doesn't change a whole lot. Because it does nothing to prove that Kay Verde isn't the ringleader. And justice must prevail. Can't change the law, even for your sake.
So we're going to Kay as the ringleader now? This it. Am I not going to be able to save Kay?
Objection!
Granny! Francisca, what are you doing here?
I'm still in the fucking profile section, don't you know? As I told you before, Miles Edgeworth, where the case leads, I follow. Your dedication is inspirational to us all. But don't go getting the wrong idea, little brother. I'm only here to deliver the truth regarding the suspect. I'm certainly not here to forgive you for abandoning the way of the prosecutor.
I understand that.
You should thank your former subordinate for what I'm about to share. In his desperation to help Kay Faraday, he gave me a valuable piece of information.
Detective Gumshoe did that?
Prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth, for the final piece of the puzzle. Rosie Ringer's head wound was the first of the injuries she suffered, not the second.
This is so fucking funny. Because so often Franny will come and give actually, like, good evidence, and this time she's just late to the party.
Well, somebody say something.
Yes, there's no easy way to say this, Franziska, but we already proved that ourselves.
What?
Yes, just a few minutes ago!
Well, why didn't you say so sooner?
Didn't exactly give us a chance.
And I suppose you know about the murder weapon, too.
No, not yet.
Ha! Good! Then listen up! The victim was struck on the head with a blunt object bearing a circular surface. The wounds suggests were actually inflicted post-mortem.
A circular surface?
Objection! You're certain of that, I assume? Your sources are above board?
You trusted medical professionals reached the same conclusion independently. You couldn't ask for more.
That's certainly good. No? Unfortunately, you're overstepping the bounds of...
Of what? I'm the prosecutor in charge of Interpol's investigation into the underground auction. This murder occurred during that auction. It would be negligent of me not to pursue leads pertaining to related parties.
Hi, Cece. Hope you're having a good day today. You missed Franny being late to the party. That's what you missed.
It would be negligent of me to not pursue leads pertaining to related parties, especially the victim.
My. Really become quite the force to be reckoned with, haven't you, my dear?
All parties are in agreement. Victim died from a blow to the head. Sadly, the murder weapon itself has yet to be identified.
Based on the shape, I might have an idea or two. I don't. Edgeworth, what the fuck are you talking about? The bull's horn? That's all I really got here. Circular, right? That's really all we got. Ah, the Blorbo's in the elevator. Man, you mean the ringleader and Needler? They were... Needler was a Blorbo on an elevator. But guys, I didn't turn up any other weapon during my investigation. The bull sword does seem like an odd loose thread. It does. But I'm not confident yet. Yet one only need think about the setting and the auctioneer's tools, and the answer should be obvious. Object with a circular surface used in an auction. We're obviously talking about... Yeah. Yeah. Could just be a red herring. I doubt it, because it's in our evidence. It's there for a reason. It hasn't come up yet. What would an auctioneer have readily at hand? An auctioneer's hammer, of course. But we never found one of those!
The auctioneer was indeed the killer. It does seem a likely candidate for the murder weapon. But without evidence to support your theory, there remains nothing more than that.
Oh, I have just the evidence you need right here. This piece of evidence strongly suggests that the auctioneer's hammer was the murder weapon. Your badge. Yeah, it's been gone. Remember, were you there for that one, Crones? Were you there for when he turned in his badge so he could keep working on the case?
Take that!
Miss Hart told us something very important about the auction after the murder occurred. She said that the very prominent sound of the auctioneer's hammer could no longer be heard. Now, why would that be? I'll tell you why, because it had just been used in a murder and was covered in the victim's blood. It would need to be disposed of, isn't that right, Chairman Wiener? Might have been these cases are long. This case is really long, but at least things are happening. Unlike certain cases that are the second case of the game. Still mad about case 2. Have our people look into this right away.
Really are like a dog with a bone, aren't you, dear boy? You can't dedicate yourself to a cause when you're young. When can you, huh?
Seems very confident we'll never find it.
Very well. Search for the murder weapon will be conducted. In the meantime, this court is in recess.
To be continued. Well, Microsoft Excel is far too comfortable with that lighter. With that Merlin ass beard he's got going. He's already set himself on fire once with it during Logic Chess. Which, by the way, I want to talk about Logic Chess. Like, I kind of don't like Logic Chess. It's neat, but it never... For being called Logic Chess, I really don't feel like we do a lot of logicking in that. It's more just kind of selecting options and hoping that that was the correct one to get someone to spill some beans. It's not logic. It's more like fucking social manipulation. My ass is too fucking... My ass sucks at social cues enough as is. You expect me to lead a conversation to a certain place? I can only do that with like 3 weeks of prep time. Maybe. It may be better if it didn't have the bide your time thing. I don't know. Social pressure chess. I like that they gave her an animation for that.
Silence in the courtroom, please. Miss Von Karma, if you would be so kind as to update us on the progress of the search.
It's not good news, I'm afraid. A big building has been searched from top to bottom, and no auctioneer's hammer was found anywhere. Arrgh!
That is bad news indeed. Then, we have no choice but to move ahead with the verdict.
Such a terrible shame. I suppose only a fool would have left the murder weapon behind. Certainly not what I expect from a first-rate criminal mind.
Oh, just not enough to work with here. I can't carry us any further on my own.
It really is tragedy, but such is life, I suppose. I was thinking back over the defendants I've made plea deals with over the years. People who poured their hearts out to me, trusted me with every detail of their crimes. And when it came to their sentencing, I recommended life in prison every time. For every single one. Oh. Only you could see them, the stupid, dumbfounded looks on their faces.
The verdict will now be passed. All present will accept the goddess's word as law.
There's nothing more I can do. Kay and I are both...
only we had some proof. Never imagined I would be passing judgment on you under such circumstances.
End of the road, huh?
By the power vested in me, Excelsius Wiener, the court hereby indicts you for your crimes.
But what?
What on earth's gotten into you, Verity?
I submit for the court's consideration the case file of a certain incident, namely the IS-7 incident, a murder that took place 18 years ago.
But what does that file have to do with... Hey, you mean... Your late-night visit to this chamber, that was to...
Precisely. I came here to retrieve these documents. Though sadly, it would seem that I arrived too early. To catch the auction itself. When we spoke of the matter before, I implied I had come with the files pertaining to your own case. You'll have to forgive me. That was a ruse to buy myself more time.
Also, we gotta talk about how her hair flips sides, I think. Yeah, okay, so it's on her left eye in that. Yeah, her hair flips sides. I love catching silly things like that. What the heck are you doing, Gabble? You can't just accuse my dad! Without proper grounds, it's deformation!
An excellent observation, Eustace. It is?
Mickey Mouse ears, ass bangs.
And of course, I have the grounds to make such an accusation. 18 years ago, Mr. Manfred von Karma had some details about the victim's body fabricated.
Details he was forced to fabricate when the sculptor Audifrost's body went missing.
My papa? Fabricating information? What is the meaning of this? Ian Simon, the detective originally assigned to the case, did in fact report that the body had gone missing. However, it seems that a certain someone wasn't very pleased with Mr. Von Karma, and deliberately withheld that information in order to bring him down a few pegs. What?
What?
This individual refuses to allow anyone to go against their wishes or to challenge their power, and they're known to go to extreme lengths in order to bring those who defy them to a heel. 18 years ago, they were no different. In fact, they even ordered Dr. Hertz to create a fake autopsy report for the IS-7 incident.
What? She was responsible for the fake report?
But wait, you have to understand, Grandma, she's not a bad person. We had to do what he said. She didn't have any choice.
He.
The person in question was the chief prosecutor at the time.
Chief prosecutor 18 years ago? No. The man who
gave Papa the first penalty of his career. Excelsius Winner. It was you.
Objection!
You were very excited for this. All the way back to Von Karma. Let me reread this while I stretch. I just want to get a full scope of things. You spoke of the matter before, replied they come to retrieve files pertaining. Sir had details about fabricated. Ian Simon, the detective originally assigned to the case, did in fact report by how it seemed that certain someone wasn't very pleased with Mr. Von Karma and deliberately withheld that information in order to bring him down a few pegs. Wait, so Von Karma didn't fabricate it? Really? That is a plot twist. Von Karma didn't fabricate fucking evidence. That is actually kind of wild. God damn. I mean, Von Karma still fucking killed a guy. I know Docs knows about that case already, but I kind of just had to roll with it. The Von Karma name is, aside from murder, clear. I mean, what about his other cases, though? What about his other cases? What are you all talking about? My dad would never do something like that. I'm sorry, Eustace, but your opinion on the matter is not needed here. Wait, did I do what did I do? Why did I hear my Didn't hear anything. Ignore me. Ignore me. Nothing happened. There is no murder in Ba Sing Se. Don't let her shower. Hey, stop lower after he stooped lower after the penalty. True. Maybe. Well, Chairman Winner, do you have anything to say for yourself?
All that nonsense with the body. That was Manfred's doing. Such a willful boy. And the fake autopsy report. Hilda, how could you? I can't believe you, not a kid, would do such dishonest things behind my back.
Hold it!
You could just ask her why she did it. She is standing right over there, after all.
But wait, Grandma can't. She's ouch! Grandma, I'm sorry. I knew. That's why I... Right. Exactly. If I didn't, everyone would have found out about what you did. They said he was going to charge you if you didn't help them with their plan. They said he would. They would. I just had to do what the auctioneer said.
So you were coerced into it, were you, Miss Nurse Needler? Just to be clear, the auctioneer was Chairman Wiener.
I'm sorry, but I honestly don't know. The person forcing me to help them was the auctioneer, and they definitely looked to be about the same build as the chairman, but I never saw their face.
There must be something. Any detail, no matter how small, will do.
Oh, wait. Their mask didn't cover their whole face. The part that wasn't covered had a tattoo on it. I remember that much for sure.
Interesting. Tattoo.
This all sounds very dramatic, but I really don't know what you're talking about. There's no tattoo anywhere on my face. I think I know if there was one, wouldn't you? Means I can't be a ringleader, no matter how much you might want me to be. I only hope you can figure out who this shameless manipulator might be.
Your contempt for this courtroom is an insult to the goddess, and my contempt for ads on Twitch.tv is just as egregious, if not more.
It is time for a quick little ad break, so we're gonna have to take care of that real quick. This is gonna be a good opportunity to get some water, get some snacks, use the bathroom, do whatever y'all need to do. Whether the beard could be fake the way he tugs on it. Could be. Could be. How absorbent are beards compared to fake beards? But yeah. Y'all go ahead, take care of what you... Yeah, y'all go ahead, take care of whatever you need to, and we'll come back. But for now... Bye for now. Howdy, everybody. Welcome back. Hope y'all had a good break. Hope you got done what you needed to get done. Let's get right back into it. Summon, insult to the goddess, as is the electricity bill that wasn't being paid for a second. Are you sure it's not you who's feeling insulted here? I am not the only one who has been trying to bring you to justice. Miss Ringer had been trying to as well. And I refuse to let her sacrifice be in vain.
Rosa was looking to take me down, you say? Why, I barely knew her. Always had a certain magnetic charm, but I don't remember ever catching that particular eye.
You barely knew the victim? Well, I do believe that is a new statement. The goddess demands that you offer your full testimony on the record.
So that's how it's just gonna go, In the helmet until I finally break. Well, if that's the way you want to play it, fine. I'll destroy you all. Every last one of you.
Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to work with you. I doubt we'll get another chance to put him on the stand. So let's make the most of this opportunity. Of course, Your Honor. I still don't like you, though. You were still kind of a bitch for most of this. You were enjoying it. I'm tolerating you right now. Now, Chairman Wiener, you will tell this court everything you know about Miss Ringer.
Young Rosa was a member of the committee, of course. Never really had any personal interactions, at least none that I remember. I had no motive to murder that poor girl whatsoever. I have absolutely no idea why she was after me.
But you don't mean to accept your part in any of this.
Of course he doesn't. He isn't guilty. How could he be? He's my dad, the wiener of wieners.
That's very kind of you. You'll need more than mere words.
Right, you got it. I won't let them pin this on you. I believe in you, Dad. You'll beat Edgeworth. I know you will.
Yes. Really are such a sweet, simple
He loves his dad, huh? That's no excuse for him to ignore his father's crimes. Except for me, I get to ignore my father's crimes. All the time. All the time.
Regardless of their station in life, all criminals will be made to atone for their sins in time. This won't be easy on Mr. Winner. But it has to be done. We can't let his father get away with this. Alrighty. Damn, it's been a while since we had a testimony. It's been a hot minute. Any personal interactions, at least none that I remember. I had no motive to murder that poor girl whatsoever, and I had absolutely no idea why she was after me. That was the one to K. Look at your revenge for what happened 12 years ago.
Come on! How can it get more explicit than that? I mean, I guess the thing is, like, I have no idea why she was after me, but, like, come on! Come on!
Hold it! I have no idea at all as to why she was after you.
Let's see then.
It's because Dad's a real catch.
I suppose you could say that, yes. He admires.
They come.
And we go again.
You couldn't even dare dream of being like my dad.
Very true. I doubt many ordinary people couldn't quite match his achievement. It's remarkable, really, to have so many people come into a life and then so many people leave it.
I certainly won't complain. You choose to leave Verity, my dear.
I think it's far more likely that you'll be the one leaving today, in handcuffs.
Yes, very droll, but if you think I'm finished, you'll be sorely disappointed.
I have to think back about what we know about the victim. You're not sure how to approach this. Take another look at the evidence. I just find a new way to interpret old information. Are you trying to help me, Francisca?
I'm trying to help Kay Faraday. I would care less about you.
Nice to see she really is worried for Kay, in her own Francisca sort of way. Never really had any personal interactions, at least none that I remember.
Yeah, same again.
Take a close look over everything. E-card, magenta flower. E-card report. Nurse Needler's statement. Arskier Manfred von Karma, Defense Attorney Gregory Edgeworth, Artie Frost, Samson Tangaroa, body of Artie Frost discovered in mansion belonging to Samson Tangaroa. Persons of interest, Delicious Scone, Judy Bound, Carmelo Gusto. Artie Frost's sons would both place at Tangaroa's mansion up to the day through the incident. From the date the incident on. Their whereabouts are unknown. About this. Items on sale, all wearing mask. E-card record, victim's letter.
Hold it!
I'll just press for now. I never had any trouble with her professionally.
Don't be silly, my boy. I'm far too important these days for such trivialities. By all accounts, her work was unimpeachable. Besides, our differences in sentiment, we hardly ever interacted.
That doesn't prove you didn't kill her, does it?
Well, you would say that, wouldn't you? Anything to save your little friend, hmm?
It certainly seems that Miss Raynor had some personal interest in you, at least.
Indeed, indeed. And I can't for the life of me imagine why. Too bad, so sad. Without a motive, you can't logic your way into penance on me.
I really feel like it should be that card. Why is it not that card?
Hold it!
How about this? You're saying you barely knew the victim at all.
That's exactly what I'm saying, my boy. I never even knew about that burn mark on her hand.
Didn't.
I mean, what's the point? Get to know someone, but before you know it, you're gone. It's become such a pain to remember things about others. Here one day, gone the next.
Yes, because they dare to stand up to you and you make them disappear. Could please add your remark about the victim's burn to your testimony, Chairman Wiener. Even know about the burn mark on her hand. I wish we had that recording. Wait, oh! The bull was a recording device, I completely forgot.
Objection!
Alright, I didn't think that was gonna work, but still. Because we don't know it's him. Yeah. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, it's okay. Not about to give up just yet, Kay. I'm going to prove that you're innocent one way or another. Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, do you even know about it? Let's press on it. You're sure you didn't know about the burn mark?
Really, don't lay it up, would you? I'm not in the habit of advising who has a scar on their hand and who doesn't.
This wasn't just any old scar. I'd say it's pretty noticeable, in fact.
Perhaps under normal circumstances, but now that I think about it, Miss Ringer did always wear gloves. Truth be told, I wasn't aware of that burn mark until after the incident myself.
Victim's hands were always covered by a pair of gloves.
Since, of course, people can be very self-conscious about some things. I can only sympathize in something of a sensitive soul myself.
I hope you're not too sensitive to append that statement to your testimony. Perhaps it was to hide that burn.
Objection!
There we go. So Miss Ringer always wore gloves. She did. That raises a rather important question, highlights quite a contradiction.
Contradiction, you say?
Really? If we listen again to the conversation that was captioned by this stuffed cow, you'll soon see what I mean.
This in...
It was the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Nothing to say for yourself. I've waited so long for this day, and now I finally have my revenge. Ah!
We can be reasonably certain that what we just heard is the moment the victim was attacked.
I know it was you the moment I laid my eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me.
We assume that those were the words of the killer.
And where's the problem? Like a perfectly sensible assumption to me.
I'm afraid not, Chairman Wiener. But you see, the victim was always wearing gloves, as you testified, and the burn mark on her hand should not have been visible to a killer.
Objection!
You speak as if gloves can't be easily removed. You could have taken them off during the auction.
That's... But she hadn't. She was still wearing them when I changed places with her. So they must have been on her hands when she was being murdered, too.
What are you saying, my dear? You do know how much trouble you're in, don't you?
I'm not scared of you anymore. I have Grandma on my side now. Now it's time for you to pay the piper, Wiener, you dang devil.
I see. So you're both looking to disappear, too. That can be arranged.
Not this time, Excelsius Wiener. The only person disappearing will be you.
Hey, you can't talk to my dad like that. Who cares if the burn was covered up? Why does it even matter?
Oh, it matters. As it turns our understanding of the burn mark on its head.
What do you mean? What can the fact that the victim's burn mark was covered up possibly tell us?
So, like, that was just a straight-up death threat and full earshot of everyone. Yeah, it really was. It really was, and just like, that's not evidence enough. Welcome to Ace Attorney, where a fucking prosecutor can whip you and the judge from across the courtroom and just get away with it. Alright. Time for you to pay the piper, Winner, you dang devil. Cares that the burn was covered up, why does it even matter? Think about it like this, Mr. Wiener. Victim was wearing gloves, therefore the burn mark on her hand would not have been visible. In which case, whose burn mark was it? that was being referenced in the recording. Somebody who, wasn't the victim? Precisely. Which could only mean that the culprit had a prominent burn mark too. Or put it another way, I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Those words were spoken not by the murderer, but by the victim. Way!
Objection.
Eustace, my boy, you mind stepping aside for a sec? Look, man, it's nice to see you having fun. It's fancy. Well, let's get serious. The murderer had a burn mark. Really? Where? Your little theory will either take flight or die, depending on your answer here, I'm afraid.
It's not messing around. I have to figure out where that burn mark was, and fast. Wonder where it could have been. His face! It's on his face! It's on his chin! It wasn't a tattoo, it was a burn mark! Each disguise was different. In spite of that, the burn marks were still visible to the victim somehow, which means...
Well, shall we? You like us, don't you?
Oh, I hope the fake beard theory is true. It might be. Does the murder's burn mark have some evidence? It was on the plushie. No. One wig was straight and the other wavy. Ringer's hair was straight. Disguise herself as Miss Ringer. There isn't a second page that is there. Fucking... What the hell do I present here? Oh, wait. There it is. Also had a tattoo on the part of their face the mask didn't cover. Here is my evidence. The outfit the ringleader was wearing throughout the auction. Or rather, the outfit you were wearing, Chairman Wiener.
What exactly is that supposed to tell us?
Objection.
Suit, white gloves, and a mask. This disguise should have covered almost all of your skin, but according to Nurse Needler's testimony, the auctioneer's mask didn't quite cover your entire face. Not only that, she claims to have seen a tattoo on the part that was exposed. But was it a tattoo, or did she simply mistake a burn mark for one? A burn mark? On the face?
Objection.
Sorry to interrupt you while you're so clearly enjoying yourself, dear boy. I regret to inform you, none of the committee members have such a burn. Myself included, of course.
But, Dad, you... I mean...
Eustace, do you think you can be quiet, please? You can be foolish on your own time later.
Well, you may be an annoyance most of the time, Mr. Wiener. On this particular occasion, I'm grateful for your presence. Action like that from you, his son, is as good an indicator of the truth as I could have hoped for. It gives me a much-needed confidence boost concerning another theory of mine, namely who that one unexplained item belongs to. What's the matter with Mr. Wiener? I think he may be in shock. After all, he's usually the last to figure things out. In this case, he seems to have gotten there all too quickly. He knows that his father is indeed the real murderer. Sad because knows the truth? So, better not to know the truth at all? Okay, it's what we came here for. Doesn't matter how we get there, the important part is finding the truth. You yourself told me that one, right when I needed to hear it the most. Now it's time for me to repay the favor and show you the truth of your innocence. Girl, now's not the time for this shit. I want to know, too, the truth of what really happened. So please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you show me? I very much intend to.
You don't know when to give up, do you? Where is this burning? Perhaps you can point it out to me. But you can't, can you? Because it's nowhere to be found. Just like your evidence on the killer.
Why you said, girl, now's not the time to take a shit. That's also true. Excelsius Wiener, if you could bear me just 5 minutes. I've been having the take of shit for like the past hour, and we're clearly reaching the point of no return. Like, I have been running around trying to prove Kay's innocence all day, and there's no bathrooms in this room. There are no bathrooms in this room. I was tempted to take a shit over the railing earlier. Just 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. In and out. It's me. I'm girl in that instance.
Yeah, hunt for contradictions all you like. You won't find any, because he's my dad. A wiener through and through.
I understand, Mr. Wiener. Completely understand why you don't want to believe it's true. But if you ignore the truth now, you'll regret it for as long as you live.
Dad, what do I do?
I just don't understand it. How could I be such an utter buffoon? You really wish to help your father, Eustace. You can try thinking on your own for once in your life, you useless nitwit.
But I try all the time, Dad. All I do is try. I went to the school you wanted me to go to. I aced every test. Look at my jacket. They only gave these to the valedictorian. I did everything you told me to. I worked like crazy and graduated top of my class. I tried to be just like you and win as many trophies as I could.
You really are just a simpering simpleton, aren't you? Those tests you ace, I had the school give you perfect scores on all of them. Those debate and speech competitions you won, the judges were all friends of mine. If you never even realized that much, there's no hope for you, I'm afraid. None at all. You're no son of mine. Even you must see that. On my own, son. They all leave me in the end. I mean, boo.
What a fucking horrible thing to do to your son. Holy shit. Yeah. Bro's beating out Von Karma and being the worst dad imaginable. Okay, not really. Well, maybe really. Kinda really. They're horrible in their own ways.
Even when he was trying, he was failing, and he did it all for me, and he should have tried harder.
You're a disgrace. Von Karma is a worse human, but Wiener is a worse father. That's the correct way to put it. Thank you, Crones. You don't deserve to be a father, and you certainly don't deserve to be chairman of this committee. Even I feel sorry for the boy now.
Or Mr. Wiener.
Explain yourself, Chairman Winner. Just what do you think your son is to treat him in such a way?
Early useless pawn sounds about right. You're one to talk, Verity. You tried to worm your way into my trust by using Eustace too.
I cannot deny it. However, I have never thought of him as a mere pawn. He may not be a naturally gifted prosecutor, but he tries. In some ways, he tries harder than anybody. That's what I have witnessed during my time with him. Yet you would call him useless. How could you? Verity, you were kind of using him to just get, have really bad, verdicts on shit and stuff. I'm not too sure about all that. I thank you for helping, but, you're not redeemed yet. Maybe ever. Just needs a proper mentor instead of his dad's friends. He definitely tries, this is true. He's shit at it, but he does try. This is true.
Because he is Verity, my girl. He is utterly incapable of doing anything I ask him.
Mr. Edgeworth, I entrust my offering to the goddess to you. So you may use it to call her final judgment onto Excelsius Winner.
Thank you, Your Honor. I've been more than ready to do so. Ringleader had a visible burn mark on their face that night. It would follow that Chairman Wiener is currently hiding that mark somewhere. How exactly was he dressed during the auction? That will be the key to solving this case at last.
Now then, your answer, please. Which piece of evidence will help us reveal a burn mark on the culprit's face? The wings!
Recall this needless testimony, if you will. There was one thing we never quite resolved. The second wig, the one that wasn't used.
I seem to remember it being wavy. What are you two talking about?
Nurse Needler apparently found some very interesting items when she went to swap places with the victim.
And what do they have to do with the burn mark?
What she found were two wigs. One was intended to make her look more like the victim, but what was the other one for?
I don't suppose it was meant to be a spare.
Doesn't make a huge leap of imagination to see the truth. Compare Chairman Winner's corner he looks different than when he is the ringleader.
Stop it. Stop staring at me.
One very prominent difference presents itself. His face, or rather, what's around it.
You mean it wasn't a wig after all?
Indeed, not a wig intended to go on top of the head in any case. It was a fake beard all along, wasn't an Excelsius Wiener.
This is all my own, dear boy. Big beard truthers, rejoice! How very kind of you to suggest otherwise.
We saw how your son reacted when he realized the truth. And how he desperately tried to cover for you, even in light of his realization. Yet you still feared he might expose you. So rather than take that risk, you bullied him until he couldn't take it anymore. Because he knew that your beard hides a prominent burn mark. Chairman Wiener, I insist that you remove your beard this instant. I need a physical care package after that yell. I need it after that yell. I got my golly. Thank you, Tiny. Too bad I can't die in this game. Well, that's an interesting way to reveal. Brother, have you not seen? You haven't even seen, like, the peak of just Ace Attorney freakouts.
Mr. Edgeworth, for bringing evil to justice before the eyes of the goddess, have my thanks.
Oh, thank you. I couldn't have done it without you.
Celsius Winner, in the name of the goddess, I hereby pronounce my verdict. In the matter of the murder of Miss Rosie Ringer, this court finds you guilty.
This title is too fucking long.
Mr. Edgeworth, can't thank you enough. Never gave up on me, even when I gave up on myself. That was very kind of you.
No need to thank me. As a prosecutor? No. As a friend, was the least I could do.
Mr. Edgeworth, rejoice. I've learned that Chairman Wiener has been safely delivered to the detention center. The search for the missing auction hammer continues, however. We are talking about Chairman Wiener here, so it's highly likely that it has already been destroyed. In addition, there is one other matter I must inform you of. The chairman made a rather strange statement.
According to him, the letters were not part of his plan. What? How could that be? He claims that he and Miss Needler found this letter on Miss Ringer's person. That they found a second letter on Kay's unconscious body. From their contents, the letters seemed to be ones of correspondence. So he leapt to the conclusion they must have been working with each other. Quite the conclusion to jump to. As he read the letters, that's when he came up with the idea to frame Miss Faraday for Miss Ringer's murder. So he decided to place the victims in a very conspicuous place. In her left chest pocket. Sounds to me like he's just trying to make excuses for himself. Yes, I certainly thought the same. That it was some sort of last-ditch ploy on his part. But it matters not. He will answer to the goddess now. Under her scrutiny, such strategies cannot hope to succeed. He will not escape justice. With that, of the duties with which I have been entrusted, it's complete at last. Judge Gabble, before you go, can you tell us what you know about how Chairman Wiener came to murder Miss Ringer? There's more there, isn't there? He will answer to the gods now. Sounds like he's getting the death penalty. I wouldn't put it past her. Yes, I suppose you have earned the right to. Miss Ringer once had a lover, press photographer. He was investigating the underground auctions, a freelance journalist. But before he could uncover the truth behind the auctions, he was disappeared. Game's about fucking murder. Why am I saying that? All Miss Ringer was left with memories and personal effects of her lover. So seeking revenge on Chairman Wiener, she made her appearance at the auction. She did in fact want him. Dead. Fortunately for her, her opponent struck first. I see. That's the story behind this case. The goddess does not condone acts of wanton vengeance. Miss Ringer's actions have exposed Chairman Wiener's crimes at last. That was your real goal. The task of exposing Excelsius Wiener and the corruption at the heart of the committee. Wiener.
Does anyone know what happened to Mr. Wiener? Afraid I haven't been able to get in touch with him. Have any idea why? Probably because there for him just now when he needed me the most. Oh, I feel really bad for him. Well, don't pity him too much. At least he knows the truth now. No matter how hard it might be, you need to learn to accept it.
Say it in the Von Karma voice.
Ah, fuck.
Objection. Wiener. Wiener.
There you go. Hopefully Wiener's about to update the autopsy report. This was his villain arc. This is his villain backstory.
He can't. He'll never be able to move on with his life. God knows I didn't.
Trust me. The father's influence isn't easily erased. In time, he can hopefully try and change his ways.
You're right. Got to be. I changed too, I wonder. I go on with my life? Are you okay, Kay? How's that head feeling? I'm fine. Thank you? I'm sorry, Kay. You were my patient. I had a responsibility to. Instead, I let them accuse you of Yahooch! Ain't right. We ain't just in the business of fixing bodies, Missy. The mind's where it all begins. You're right, Grandma. Speaking of which, how's your memory? It's like, with a little more time, maybe I'll be able to remember this one more? Please forgive me, but I had better be on my way. I am to preside over the trial of Fifi Lagarde in a bit.
The Bronco Knight case, huh? Who's the defense attorney?
It was supposed to be Miss Ringer, but as she is no longer with us, we are still in the process of finding her replacement.
Why are you purring at me this time, Docs? Miss Ringer was scheduled to represent Warden Lagarde.
And of course, until we find news, there is nobody to ask for prosecution either.
That's a growl, but it's funnier to say he's purring.
In any case, I must take my leave. Wait, please. What about Mr. Edgeworth's badge? What's going to happen to it now? The chairman under arrest, the committee's activities have been suspended for the time being. So to answer your question, it's complicated. It's all up to the goddess now. But...
Don't worry about it, Kay. Consequence of my own making.
And I assume you do not mean to change your mind?
Of course not. Chose the path of the truth? I chose it willingly.
With Chairman Wiener out of the picture, justice is in the hands of the righteous once more. You did wish to follow the path of the prosecutor again, Mr. Edgeworth? I would be more than happy to facilitate such a decision.
Very kind of you to offer, but can't accept your help at this time. Can't ask for my badge back when I'm not even sure if I want it anymore.
I see. Seems we are destined to continue on different paths.
Well, I trust you'll keep my badge safe until they converge again.
With all I have.
Don't like you, Gavel.
Just saying. Just saying.
I don't care. You were enjoying yourself.
In the meantime, I have here a token of the goddess's mercy. You may return this notebook, rightful owner.
Kay's promise notebook.
Seems it was due to be sold at the auction. The name K written on the cover. Chairman Wiener made the connection immediately and knew who it belonged to.
Gosh, a girl can't find fun in her work. When you're sentencing blatantly innocent people to jail, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Letters he claimed to know nothing about. Suppose he insisted he didn't prepare them.
Yes, he also had something else to say. Apparently he thought that Miss Faraday was after a notebook. Miss Ringer was after his life. That their respective goals are what led them to cooperate and create the auction together.
Thank you for the head pats, Tiny. Fortunately for him, he misread the situation completely. All just happenstance. He had known a defense attorney who was also a member of the committee. No way she wouldn't have told me. It's just not like her.
Your belief in her is touching. While the notebook did become part of Chairman Wiener's cutout scheme, it is also a treasured possession of Miss Faraday's. I would like for her to have it back, as I am sure of the goddess.
Thank you.
I pray that it helps her recover her lost memories. Is everything all right?
Judge Gammon wanted me to return something important to you. Hold on, there's a meme there somewhere. There's a meme. There's a meme format here. Hold on. Oh god, not that. There's a meme format here. It's literally a take the L format. He's given her the L. Please tell me this has been like... Please tell me this has become a thing. Please tell me someone has edited this appropriately. You drop this. You're both wrong. How are we both wrong? She's given her the W, true. But we can edit an L onto this. It's possible. Okay.
Isn't that... Always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers. Daddy, I wrote them all down, Daddy. Yeah, I'm gonna keep all my promises and be a real hero when I grow up, just like you. Oh wait, I forgot to write one down. The most important promise of all. Promise number 5. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. I remember just how you said it, and now I'll never forget it.
Holy shit, Edward, she, her moment. We love this household.
Always try your hardest. Learn about things you don't understand. That's right, I have to try.
This one's okay because she's getting her memories back and not being traumatized.
Hey, Faraday. The great thief will do anything. I skimmed my own dialogue rock, Syndicate Yatagarasu, and assistant to Mr. Edgeworth.
Hey, is that really you?
Can't say I'm not a little bit embarrassed, but yeah, I'm back, and I couldn't have done it without you, Mr. Edgeworth. You never stopped helping me even when I was totally lost and couldn't remember anything.
Thank goodness. You certainly seem to be back.
Hey, so this is the real you, huh? Welcome back.
She broke out of her mind palace.
It's so good to know you're better. I can sleep easy now.
All right, hold on. Let me actually check my DMs real quick. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect, Crones. Hold on. Shit, hold on. I want to get you like a better picture. I need to get you a better picture. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Give me a second. Hold on. I'm gonna switch things over. I have an extra screen. Fun fact, I have an extra screen here. Full screen that shit and take a screenshot, everybody. There you go. There is your proper screenshot. Use it wisely. Or don't. I don't care. There we go. Can't wait to see her persona. It's Arsene. She's Joker. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. I should also... Should I wait until you make a higher quality one, or do I show the low quality one? What do you want, Crones? Show it? Okay. Edgeworth serving me the divorce papers. I cringe. Okay, I'll show the low quality one. Copy link. Show it, I ain't putting in that much effort. Well, now you can. You have the option to now. Okay, browser. Add. There we go. Alright, give me a sec. It's a little hard to see. There we go. I just noticed that you also flipped his smile. That one works as an emote. It would. Well, okay, not an emote. It would work as a sticker. It'd work as a sticker. There's too much detail in here for it to be an emote. The low quality makes it better. It'd be a great sticker, though. Maybe we can add that to the server. Alright, remove browser. There we go. Alright. I never really use stickers. I don't either, but there's one.
Now that you found it, don't you dare go losing that memory of yours again, young lady. You hear? This needler, Dr. Hertz. Thanks a lot for looking out for me. And if you really are better, how about you get out of them dang hospital duds? Oh yeah, I washed all your clothes for you. Here.
I thought they were with Detective Gumshoe.
He handed them over to us after they came back from forensics.
Did he happen to mention if forensics found anything of note?
I didn't ask. Anyway, never mind that now. Put them on, Kay. I want to see.
Wait, what about her bandages? Surely it's too soon to remove them.
Oh, it's probably fine. She may have taken a big old bump to the head, but she wasn't really hurt otherwise. And why all the bandages in the first place? Prevention is better than cure. A stitch in time saves 9. Those are few of my molars.
Both of which sound like painfully annoying practices for your patient.
Okay, Kay. Transformation time. Yeah, now this is what I'm talking about. Fits like a stolen glove. Smile suits you better too. As it always did. Thanks you too. Thank you, Whip Lady. Thank you. Glad you showed up when you did. I simply came when Scruffy asked me to.
Damn, I was looking forward to a Sailor Moon costume change. I was low-key hoping they'd do it, but... Man, they can't even get Gavel's hair to be on the right side of her face at all times. I don't think they were going this far.
I'm sure he'll be very happy to see that you're back to your old self, too. Speaking of Gummy, where is he? Who knows? Perhaps the well of his devotion ran dry when a certain someone threw away his badge.
Detective Gumshoe.
Anyway, I have to be going, and I'll be taking those two with me. Wait, what's going to happen to him? Against an accomplice in a murder and forging an autopsy report 18 years ago. Crimes can't be allowed to go unpunished. But the fact that Excelsius Wiener coerced them into cooperating will, of course, be taken into account. Don't worry about us, Kay. As long as Grandma and me are together, we'll be alright. Take care, Kay Faraday, until we meet again.
I won't forgive you, pal. She likes her little brother's little assistant. So, Kay, why is Lotta still here? Is she just a statue at this point? Is she just set dressing? I know you only just got your memory back, but I need to ask you some questions. Sure, ask away. What happened the day you lost your memory? What were you doing? Let's see. Somebody asked me to meet them at Gourd Lake. I didn't know who it was. So there I was, just looking up at the moon when somebody in a red raincoat started walking towards me. They must have drugged me somehow because that's when I fell unconscious. What? Not sure I follow. It all leads back to Gordy. It was at Gold Lake looking up at the moon. Anyway, when I came to, I was on the roof of this building. I was in a daze and stumbling around there when I saw the person in the red raincoat again. They were lying on the ground. I was so surprised I stumbled backward. And when I was falling and everything went dark, I came to the second time, I couldn't remember anything. Next, there's gotta be a talking dog on the stand. The person in the red raincoat, who in the world were they? I'm sure they were walking in midair. Thinking about it is making my head hurt. Just breathe, Kay. We just got your memory back. You're still confused. I imagine the root cause of your confusion is... I imagine things are all mixed up in your mind because you were at Gourd Lake one day and then at the top of a big building the next. As you saw the moon in both locations, your mind blended your memories of the two together. Well, those are two totally different places. I was pretty out of it, but I don't think I would have gotten them confused that easily. I believe these things on the roof may have made you more likely to become confused.
Take that!
There are two key similarities between the scene down by Gourd Lake and here on top of building. Cherry blossoms and food stands. Wait, you're right! Can we make her lose her memories again? I liked her better as an amnesiac. No! Bad docs! Bad! I send you to 5 pets on Little Rye. Do it! Do it now, or I'll do it for you! There you go, that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. And that's 5. There you go. The rest of you are not census. It's assault or hippocampus. No! Crones, you're next. 5 pets on Little Rye. Go. Gamble your life away. Or I will load your fucking name in the mix-it-up. I can target it, motherfucker. There's 1. There's 2. I should make, like, a channel point redeem. Like, well, maybe not channel point redeem. The fuck's the mix it up. It's what does my redeems. It's what controls all my redeems. 3. I should make, like, a command where it's, like, it's just overwhelmingly expensive, and I can just target someone. Like a channel point redeem where I type in someone's name and I target someone with Little Rise pets. And it's meant exclusively for me. You should. I should do that. That'd be really fucking funny. Okay. The similarities of what caused your memories of both places to overlap. The person in the red raincoat wasn't walking in midair. Viewer destruction button. Viewer gambling button. It's a gambling button. Make a channel point name for us to send someone to get bid. It would have to be gambling. I don't want it to be guaranteed. If it's guaranteed, it's not fun. It has to be you roll for it. If you don't roll for it, it's not worth it. On your blurry memories, that same sight played out over the viewing platform instead. No way! Who steals a great thief's memories, huh? That's just cheating. Y'all are just gonna die a little, right? I'm gonna laugh. Even still, this doesn't answer the question of who attacked Kay in the park. The person in the red raincoat she saw? Well, my pets don't cause you to bite. Doesn't cause me to bite. Unless I feel like it. Do you hear that? Sounds like it's coming from up in the storeroom. Come on, let's go take a look. Well, howdy! I smell their scoop in the oven. You're still here? I love how even they acknowledged it. Aim sniper, say the word, boss. It's coming from this little gadget here, Mr. Edgeworth. This transceiver. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. It's still going. I'm no good with technology. Come on, you have to pick it up. Fine, I'll do it. Hey, this is Edgeworth. Okay, if you could refrain from answering strange calls for me.
Mr. Edgeworth, I presume. I know that voice. Shelley the Killer. Congratulations on another case solved. Yet I can't truly say it's been fully resolved, can you?
Kinda hoping the big stone thing would be gone like someone swiped it while a hearing was going on. We already went through a case like that. Investigation's one, though!
I'm sure you've noticed by now that there was a mastermind at work orchestrating the entire incident.
How do you even know about this case?
That's not what's important right now. Let's focus on this certain individual I'm being, shall we?
I've indeed been wondering myself if somebody else could have been involved. Not how to explain the piece of evidence that proves so damning the K's case.
No way, an evil mastermind? But who?
Indeed. Perhaps you could share your thoughts.
What is the evidence in question that points somebody else's involvement?
The mask? The flower?
Well, no, they were trying to show that she was at the auction. Worn by the victim. Okay, honest to God, what is it? Can't be the Yatagarasu pin. It is. It's Kay's memories. They were planted on her by a third party. Kay is the evidence. Dox is gonna wind up getting bitten by Little Ryan. I'm gonna have to reinstate him as a mod. The listening device? I mean, it might have been. Not how are we to explain the piece of evidence that proves so damning to Kay's case. The big building ticket stub? even come up again? Because it showed she was at the big building. Alright, I'm gonna look this up because I don't want to miss dialogue. Fucking snooze the ad. Christ. Because I know if I don't get it right, it's gonna be like, oh, well, too bad, so sad. Look, man, we've been at this case for a few weeks, and I've skipped a couple of them. Like, cut me some slack. It's Attorney Investigations 2. Okay. Where is... God damn it. There it is. Found it. Alright. End to part 2. Alright. The victim's letter. Wait, what? Case certainly didn't write the letter. Excelsis is denying having anything to do with it, so who did write it?
Take that!
Letter K supposedly wrote to the victim.
Yeah, I don't remember ever writing that.
So who did? Who would prepare such a thing? I know I'm not the only one who would like to know.
And how do we know it wasn't you?
And why would I do a thing like that? I believe the truth can only fully come to light in a court of law. But since you've had your badge revoked, there is no longer an option. So, how will it all end? I, for one, will be watching from the sidelines with interest.
Even knows about my badge.
Oh, and one last thing. I do hope you won't betray my trust in you. Now I bid you farewell.
What the heck did he mean by the case hasn't been fully resolved? Why is he so interested in us anyways? Everything's just one giant ball of mysteries.
Seems we've only scratched the surface of this case.
It's a wiener! Of course! I unfortunately know who the mastermind is. I do know who the mastermind is. I'm not gonna say it for y'all's sake, but like... y'all ain't gonna expect it. And also, it's so stupid how I figured it out. Because I was just trying to look up... like, I was trying to get validated on my hate for Case 2. So I was looking at people's opinions on Case 2, and, like, I got spoiled on it. I got spoiled on it and trying to validate my fury. When did you find out? The classic blunder. I wanted to be validated! I was angry! I was exhausted! I felt like my time had been wasted! I'm guessing Wiener the cranberry guy. It'll be. I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays out. Look, man. When you hate something, you want to know you're not insane. You want to confirm you're not insane. Gumshoe. That was a really good case, though. I enjoyed myself a lot. Like, literally everything but Case 2 in this game has been very, very good. I see why this is considered the... I see why this is up there with Great Ace Attorney 2 as the best games in the series. It's earning it a lot. It's Missile, I'm surprised you remember Missile. Yeah, you kinda were at that point. Yeah. Alrighty. That's it for today. Only a 2-hour stream. I'm honestly kind of surprised. But we were close to the end. So we are gonna end things off for today. Let me get some music playing. Let me get some music playing and turn us over to chatting real quick. There we go. There we are. But yeah. Hope everyone had a good time with the end of that case. Hope everyone had a good time with the case in general. Next week, we're definitely going to be getting into Case 5. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be the last case of the game, and I'm very excited to see how this turns out. Because I know that, like, not just the game, but, like, this final case is, like, really, really peak. So I'm incredibly excited for it. And what kind of fucking shit it throws at me. Maybe Bat'll even show up again. He won't, but I can hope. But yeah, let's go ahead and find ourselves someone to raid real quick. I believe I know where we may be going today, but let me check everyone else. Let me check on everyone else. What we got? Oh, but I want spoilers. Damn it. There's someone who I've really wanted to, like, catch on Twitch, who I've really wanted to watch. And if I finally have a moment to catch them, they're playing Rain World, they're playing Watcher. And I don't want spoilers for Watcher. Even though I'm hearing conflicting opinions on it. I don't want to get spoiled on Watcher, so I'm just, blah. Blah. Anyways, we're gonna go raid our buddy Lunar. We're gonna go raid Lunar. We're gonna go say hi to Lunar. That was the original plan before I saw them, and then before I saw Watcher. Like, damn it, I finally get a moment to catch your ass. And you're playing the thing I don't want to watch. Watcher positive. But yeah. Nothing is happening tomorrow. Docs wasn't feeling up to Ace Attorney. We might have it next week. We might not. We'll see how he's feeling. But as for next week, there will be Ace Attorney, and I will divulge exactly what's happening on Tuesday next week. So keep an eye out for that. Sorry for a 2-stream week today, but life. Sorgi, I'm a sad little creature. That's okay. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be sad. And it's okay to come in my DMs and talk about being sad if you need to. I am here to I am here to support the homies. But yeah, not much else to say for today. Thank you everyone who stopped by. I hope we all had a great time. Hope y'all have a good day, night, afternoon, wherever y'all are. Whatever the fuck y'all are doing. And y'all have a good one.